This is our home. A planet covered largely by huge expanses of water, mountains, forests, villages and cities, where from time to time extreme weather-induced events can lead to disasters that will increase in frequency and magnitude due to climate change derived from global warming. The occurrence of these phenomena can provoke emergency situations that affect population and infrastructure and which are expanding to regions where previously they were not common. This fact represents a challenge for the public protection and disaster relief organisations who have to deal with them and try to minimise their consequences. Nowadays, the existing cutting-edge technology is able to predict before the evolution of these episodes and to forecast their impact on the territory. The ANYWHERE project, an innovation action funded by the European Horizon 2020 programme, gathers together state-of-the-art impact forecasting technologies and makes them available for society. It is possible to simulate with high precision the evolution of a forest fire in order to respond more rapidly and effectively. When heavy rain occurs, accurate forecasts can be made for when and where flooding will take place, paying specific attention to vulnerable points of special interest such as hospitals, schools or critical infrastructure. Air pollutants can be predicted, and measures to mitigate their effects on population health can be taken in advance. The impacts derived from additional weather-induced hazards can also be forecasted. Traffic disruption during severe snowfall, marine storms that will hit coastal regions, severe droughts affecting water availability for both population and agriculture, as well as convective storms and their effects on populated areas, among others. The above-mentioned weather-induced hazards are being forecast simultaneously by the ANYWHERE Multi-Hazard Early Warning System. This system feeds a pan-European platform able to translate meteorological forecasts into measurable impacts on the territory, focusing on vulnerable and populated areas. This platform can be customized to the requirements and needs of any region in Europe, namely A4EU Anywhere for Europe. The platform has been deployed in the emergency command centres of 7 pilot sites around Europe, representing different climate and weather scenarios. Over a 1-year demonstration period, it has been operationally tested and improved, following the recommendations of the operational staff involved.
We use the tool in, for example, in a freezing rain situation, and we follow the situation with ANYWHERE tool. It's called A4FIN. The civil protection authorities were able to raise the preparedness levels even before we got the formal notification from the Finnish weather authorities.
We were able to apply directly to a real flood risk situation based on these river warnings that A4CAT, Anywhere for Catalonia, is providing at this moment to civil protection. Based on this warning, we alert our citizens of one area of the south of Catalonia in a real situation to avoid damage.
Last year, in October, we used in real condition the platform A4 Corsica to manage a flash flood, and we were able to have a lot of information, very precise, and it allows us to contact the mayor of the community and adapt and take a good decision and to allow the mayor to avoid a big impact on his community.
Besides the platforms intended for specific regions, a new prototype widening the scope to cover for the first time a whole country, in this case Spain, has also been developed.
A4EU allows the National Emergency Center to have access to complementary information in a centralized way, providing added value compared to the use of isolated and dispersed data. A4EU is proving to be a useful tool, facilitating the handling of information and supporting decision-making in situations of emergency.
According to civil protection involved in the project, the capacity to forecast impacts in advance, prior to the occurrence of the episode, opens up a new paradigm in emergency management, transforming the response from reactive to proactive. Within the framework of the ANYWHERE project, additional self-protection tools have been developed and are currently being tested. They enable the raising of self-awareness of citizens and companies to better face weather-induced risks associated with specific activities and situations. An early warning system for campsites located in flood-prone areas.
El sistema ens dona unes alertes en el cas de risc d'inundació i també ens indica quines actuacions hem de fer en funció d'aquestes alertes, com poden ser un confinament de les persones o, en últim cas, una evacuació del càmping.
A communication tool for schools located in flood-prone areas, with the aim of improving the protocol between school managers, parents and authorities. An impact forecasting tool for logistic transport companies to predict the effects on roads during severe snowfall. The aim is to improve the managerial decision-making for handling vehicle fleets. A forecasting tool for electricity grid operators to anticipate the impact on the grid provoked by severe storms. These achievements are the fruit of more than 3 years of co-creation between the organisations involved in the consortium, each having a relevant role in the field of weather-induced emergencies. 12 operational emergency management authorities, 13 research and development organisations, and 9 technological companies. ANYWHERE is a user-driven innovation action that aims to make their developments available to any institution interested in them. During the project execution, constant communication was maintained to maximise connections towards the market uptake. Up until now, more than 100 collaborating institutions have joined the Stakeholders and Associated Enterprises Board.
The climate emergency our society is confronted nowadays requires a change in the way we are prepared to react and respond to high-impact events. After 3.5 years of project, the ANYWHERE tools and services have been operationally demonstrated in 7 pilot sites, showing it is a powerful system able to support emergency management centers and the applications of self-protection plans to increase the resilience of our societies.
The developed tools and platforms are currently operational, being used under test conditions at the existing pilot sites on a daily basis. These tools will be available and may expand to new sites in the near future, fostering the adoption of innovative technology, processes and best practice to better cope with social, environmental and economic consequences related to weather-induced events.